We're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night. We stalk at night. We're the rats.
Hello and welcome back to our all left all the time max difficulty SOVL run with our left claw Ratkin Chieftain. So I think we got through all of Act 1 last time. Now we're going to lift our way through Act 2 and try and stick to the theme here. I'll orient myself more towards the air quotes left of the map, which would be, well, if you're facing this way moving forward, then that would be left, wouldn't it? So up top here, we get a couple random events, then elite. It's a pretty good path anyway, even if we didn't have to take it. So yeah, fair enough. How are we doing? I'm keeping my guys healthy. It's obviously, we're going to be a very healthy army because I'm going to be healing constantly, which comes at the long-term cost of maybe not having as much gold as we can usually play with, but so be it. More elves, great. To be lefted. They're going first. Again, we're going to be shot at a bit, but I would like to probably use you as fodder so you can protect the monstrosity from taking massive amounts of unnecessary damage. You could go running up there and beat anything on the flanks pretty easily, and then all of you could just sort of chill out in the middle. That would be good. Yep, so you have some... The real hassle with this army is that the city guard are all really competent ranged units, so they've got effectively 30 archers just hiding at the back that we're going to have to deal with very quickly. You're going to end up shooting at that one, so I can't really reach you with anyone is the problem. I'm fast, but I don't think I'm quite fast enough to immediately get onto the... Yeah, I can't reach these up because I bought that point of armour. I've dropped from 13 to 12 movement, which has cost me my 1 turn. Good charges, but so be it. So I'm not going to reach anything here. Let's just move the slingers forward to shoot something, I suppose. The risk with doing this is that they end up targeting you instead of the alphas, but I guess I'd want the alphas more. They're more important to me. So we'll start streaming away. I say that 2 of 15 hits. It's going to take a long time to defeat this city guard. In fact, to be brutally, even with our banner of missed advantage, we would just eventually lose a ranged exchange with those. Good, I was hoping to see where that would wind up. Well, someone's going to have to fight it, so I might as well just have... I will allow the eagle to charge into my conscript line because they're potent enough that they can just take it on the chin and ignore it. Or at least there are enough of them to do so. Yeah, that's less of a concern, but what I can maybe do is pogo up here, fight the eagle, and then be in a position to immediately subsequently charge into the city guard. Worth a go. They aren't going to reach us here, which I knew. I could probably catch them with my nimble monstrosity. The problem is if I do this, they're just going to end up fighting those there anyway, so I'm just going to wait here for a turn for that to charge and then run by. So with these ranged competent armies, I'm definitely going to take a lot of damage on a lot of units. There's very little I can do about it. That's fine, so we'll just kill off both of their eagles this turn. The threat are these two at the back. That's what we have to get to. We can ignore this. Hit me. So, again, I'd love to shoot them first before they get to shoot me to try and reduce the damage I'm about to take. And just accept the reality I'm going to have to heal this slinger quite a bit. But let's at least make it so it's a long-range shot for them. 5+ means it's long range. They're rolling above average, but then so am I, so 6 and 2 3s. I'd like to wait to see where that moves, but I can't because I'm running out of units. I'm going to have to make a decision with one of these. Do I want to fight Weapon Masters with this? No, I'd get creamed pretty badly, so let's just back away. I can even escape them. I don't even think I can get out of charge range. Do I want to Primal Fury something? Probably this one, just because they're only conscripts that could use a bit of help, whereas they'll eat the eagle no problem, so I'll just lend you a hand here so you can kill that in 1 turn. So 1 unit each, so you and you. Again, I would much rather have just whizzed you by so you can go menace those pesky city guard next turn, but I can't guarantee that this unit isn't going to aggro onto me. Good, they went for something else. I was hoping they'll do that. Here, please kill it in 1 turn. Very good. No damage either, and I can go straight into that city guard unit. It's a front charge, but with Primal Fury I think we'll be fine. I use 2 conscripts. With our Primal Fury we also kill that. Eagles are super fast, but not very potent in terms of actual raw damage stats. So you contend with this one. I'm going to flee this unit because I can probably get something into the back of that. You don't want to fight those head on. I can easily reach the rear of that unit now. Still, if they had to pick a target, I would like them to target only one unit, so it's not a terrible kind of fact for us. We can just have you chin that for us over and over again. Unfortunately, because they charge that one, I can't Primal Fury my Ratkin Alphas, so I can't help their hitting accuracy. I can get all of you into your desired positions at least. Just try and reduce the number of them. Maybe if you kill enough, they'll lose a point of discipline, who knows. So I really do hope it's all comes down to the hit roll, which we do kind of not great on. Yeah, we actually lost without Primal Fury. And we have terrible discipline, so we ran away. This is the problem, they're just too tough. They're a hybrid melee and ranged unit, and they're just really good at everything. I suppose the correct move would be to voluntarily soak a round of shooting so I can get a flank charge on them instead. And now we're going to use another one, so we're going to be stuck healing you for many, many turns again. Oh dear. They don't even rally, so they have to keep running. Ah, City Guard, you're one of the best units in the game. My Slingers are very much not one of the best units in the game. I'm not going to Primal Fury this because it doesn't benefit from stats really. If you killed one more, I still think they lose the rank, and they broke them. You've been defeated by conscripts. The damage. Okay, only one wound, which I get back, that's fine. And you can just stay on them, charge them, break them, and then eventually get to that unit. In fact, I'm going to hold off because they may run away on their own, at which point I'll ignore them and then try and get round here and charge these immediately. I think that's my best bet. If they rally, fine, I'll just leave them there to rear charge. Sling's going to get killed again. They do rally, fine, I'll just have you here. I need someone to deal with those. They fail, that's a terrible roll on their part. Depends where they run to though. If it's this way, they go off the field. If it's back here, they might be a bit annoying about it. They're off, good. Oh, my poor Slingers. Losing the archer fight really badly. Hopefully if you can survive this turn, he'll then save you. Nothing else I really need to do, to be honest. They've already taken damage, so I'm healing them anyway, so I might as well have you shoot those. Just don't hit that one who's full HP. 6 of 6 hits because of his innate rerolls, very good. Go straight into the City Guard. What do you think the odds are that they managed to scrape one wound off of me, so I end up losing even the gold on the monstrosity? It doesn't matter if they rally, they're not coming back this turn. One hit, that's all we need. Ah, I saved it with this impeccable elf armor. But this should break them now. 2 is 4, killing 3. 4's tip, but they have to reroll, and they get nothing. Great. Putrid Stench kicking in there. They are indeed routing. So if you can just get one good unit into the back, you can push them around and clean them up, but it's that they're resilient melee unit spearmen are quite good at taking damage. They're just a real hassle to deal with. Couple levels to help us out, so the legionaries. More gold that I'm really going to get to use, but that's fine. I did take a casualty, that's sad. You took a casualty, so you have to heal. Slingers, get replenishment, that's going to help now, I suspect, given the amount of damage I took. Get back to full strength, and then the alphas have to take unit size, which is okay, it is useful, but it's going to be really hard for me to get back up there. Our random event. Okay, so it's either, it's not really a left choice, it's either buy or not buy, and I'm not particularly interested in the Dwarven engineer on a flying machine. You're not very rat based, are you? No left choice means there's no choice at all. They're going first. The right team is going first. That's surely wrong. And then you just want to guard him for us. And then you just kind of maybe stand here and shoot things. Risen Invader, so it's going to be dogs, dogs, dogs. And then these are the real problem. You can ignore the white guard for a while. I'd obviously love to shoot them, but I kind of want to wait and see where they go. So I'm going to stall. Okay, they're moving their pointless units first. How very clever of you. Good. It's annoying. I was kind of hoping you'd go after that one. Fine, I can just... Am I fast enough to get around you? Sort of, but I can't get there to flank them. Well, somebody will eventually be able to flank you, so I'm just going to leave you here for now. Get someone around there. Good, these are getting close enough to shoot. Do I want to fight the dogs head on? I could probably... I mean, I could just flee a unit to draw them out, and then... The problem is there's 3 of them, so I do actually have to take some fights here, because I can't just keep kiting around them. I really want to wait for them to get close enough to get a short-range shot for the slingers, though, because they could do some nice damage. I'm going to have to use one of these 3. Should I just have the conscripts take them on? Use Primal Fury and just have them kill a unit? It's not terrible. They're going to move to here, in the same position. I can't really get around them. There's no like clever flank or anything I can really do. I'll just have you fight the unit then. Take a hit for us. Yep, either or will do. So I just wait with this. Maybe I can get something better later if they get into a bad position. No, they land good. Maybe I can shoot them and run away. It's still long range. I at least have the movement to escape, which is a bit unfortunate because they're actually close enough to hit that monstrosity. So I think I'd be best off shooting it and then letting them charge me and fleeing so I can prevent the monstrosity taking unnecessary damage. Or you could go really aggro with it and just get up close and do... Just if you're going to run away anyway, just do a short range shot. 5+ inch to get 4+, there we go. Good hits, and I haven't got great... I mean, yeah, but they're still... because we're only power 2, really bad slings, so if it's just power 3, we'd have killed 4 of them. That's a shame. Don't know if I can actually escape here, so I'm just going to stand there. Well, no, I can pummel 3 direwolves to death, surely. That's fine, I'll let you get charged. You can flee if you wanted, that's okay. Yeah, let's try and keep the unit healthy. Yeah, that's easy enough to deal with in a moment. They're never going to catch us, so you can ignore those. Try and rally that. Excellent, yeah. So terrible discipline, but they get extra for every rank they've got. They get another point, so it's not too awful. I want to wait for that to move to counteract it in some way. I'm also curious to see where that goes. So they're going to be forced to make a decision with one of these. I guess you could come over here and save our poor slingers. Primal Fury this so we can kill the dogs. And they're just going to be really annoying with their positioning. I can't get around them with the alphas. Eventually I'll get around them. The wolves choose to remain in place, which makes it very easy for me to do this. Rush up here and then flank them, as long as they don't get too far. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to take some conscript casualties, that's fine. And they're all dead. Save the conscripts and kill those ones. Oh, I got really lucky there. So I'm fortunate because the Ratkin monstrosity has the frenzy ability, which is great, it gets to reload its attacks, but it means you can't flee. I obviously was rather eager not to get recharged by White Guard, but I just got away with it. I'm going to slowly inch forward. You are going to activate some sort of... I mean, you don't need any of those against single rune entities, so just ignore that. Before they come. Can I do any better this turn? Not with 10 movement points, I can't. The slingers, I suppose I should probably start working down this unit as the priority. This one will get flanked and harassed by the monster, so it's somewhat well dealt with. Enough damage to the wolves. Even if I take a wound, I'm still okay. And here, left claw kills the entire unit. And some help. Last I do lose one. Getting into any combat means you're liable to sustain casualties, so you end up taking damage and losing out on a sum of gold. I don't want any of those fights. Interesting decision. Well, we can easily deal with this because I can put you into the back and then you into the side, so they're locked in place and only getting a couple attacks on my already wounded conscripts. They've reoriented, so I'm still not going to be able to flank you. How annoying. Let's just shoot these to start. Now what I'll probably do is I'll allow them to charge me. I'll flee, draw them this way, and then get a rear charge with this unit and just really hammer them. So they'll be there, so I'm going to position you in such a way that you can easily get your desired flank next turn. Should be easy to wrap around there. I don't need spell for anything. This headache. Okay, I don't think you're ever going to be able to slip by, so I'm just going to buy time until every other unit wins, because after their Dread Knights, I don't want to fight that in a direct battle. It would be terrible. So if you get away from the White Guard, you can easily defeat this one. Off the field they go, but we get what we want. Forward they inch. Forward we go. Into the back. I don't need Primal Fury for anything, this is just going to be a win. I'd rather save it when I take this fight. And then here, just I don't want to go that way because it ends up drawing them into me. If I can delay them just long enough, maybe I can beat that unit of White Guard and then get you into a better position. Just trying to go the minimum distance so I can turn and escape that way. Attacks, not bad. Killing 2. One more conscript. That's fine, we'll win, and then they'll crumble a few more. That means I'm down to only being attacked twice, and then next turn it'll only be once, and just get better and better. They finally mucked up positioning and allowed me to get through. And I'm going to have to take it this turn because I've run out of time. I position this in such a way that I can get by and not be caught by them. Probably not, is I'm afraid the problem. 11.6 won't do it. 11.5 won't quite do it. 11.4. Not quite. 11.3. So that sort of works, of course, but you can get, but then they're going to get hit in the back, which, because they're likely to still be stuck in combat with this unit, is going to be a disaster. So what I'll do instead is I'll just let this unit get charged and then run away. He'll run them off the field, which is okay. I have to guarantee that I'm the one taking the charge in that case, so come over here and block their line of sight, so they have to declare it on me. And I've got enough movement to escape their ring, you would presume there. As far back there as I can, give myself some cushion. They're only a bit faster than me, so I should be easily able to escape their radius there. Otherwise, do I want to use any of the... Yes, I want to use Primal Fury now. Make the unit and left claw more effective so I can get through this in one turn. 1 damage from the conscript, so it's a draw. The monster still goes, so we're going to win. Down to 1 attack now. Doing more damage from crumble than the actual attacks. The Primal Fury being massive. I didn't get through. There's one white guard is going to hold me in place. Last. This is really bad. If I flee, that's fine, but what's going to happen is they're going to end up charging forward. This fight is going to happen, and then I'm not going to be able to escape. So I think I'm just going to have to... I've already taken damage, so who cares? Yeah, this happens. They get exactly what they wanted. One white guard. Nothing else I can do. You have to crumble a minimum of one, so you're finished. And then this unit is also finished. They're allowed to hold into the battle with a single unit of Dread Knights that I can't escape. Yeah, not enough movement points, so they've got me. Bad luck, Legionaries. This is going to hurt. I've just used Deadly Striker. You might as well do some damage out of spite. So he kills one outright. You take 5 damage. Okay. We're going to lose. It doesn't matter. The fight's already over. Worst time to inflict a load of damage to us just where I can't get away with it. Okay, and then Chieftain leveled and has to take Discipline. Oh, that's really, really unlucky. What a terrible upgrade. And then the conscripts get more gold I can't use. I don't know why gold always goes to the left. I'm getting a bit unlucky there. And yeah, like this. Very good. 400. So we managed to somehow squeeze through with some gold at least. Allowing us to buy another Chieftain and a unit of conscripts. That's not amazing, but I guess it's better than nothing. Buy him a hand weapon. 153 gold left. Fury and I could. There you go. So there's some good upgrades here, so I can go Fury and Curse standard for these and make them kind of competent. I have to buy through the heavy armor to get to the magical items, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do this to make them combat viable, and then 50 gold left. Probably the 2 hand weapons for Roticus the Plague Bringer. No, not Roticus. I've played too much Warhammer. Trictus. So it'll give you your hand weapons as well. Seems to be working. Where is he? Yeah, that's our new one. Of course, we can do better than that. Roticus the Left Bringer. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to show off our newfound immense strength in a single conscript. I mean, we fight in 3 ranks, so we get all of our attacks there. You don't need to stretch it out anymore unless I'm charging, but that should be fine. Against the Grave Thorn. This might be tricky. We're getting to the point where my bad upgrade options are going to start to really hurt us, because this is a very weak army relative to what you should have at this point in the game. Chariots, chariot, 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 so it's the fast one, and then harpies as well. You're just going to get charged head on. Can you defeat a chariot? Surely, it's only got 5 wounds. You'll have, what, 6 attacks? You have 3 wounds each. I'll probably lose one, which is unfortunate, but I can at least beat it, and it's better than being stuck here turn after turn, so let's just get through it quickly. You also could probably defeat a chariot while sustaining some damage. Let's just pass. That's not going to bother us for a bit. We can ignore that for a turn. Okay. The harpies are going to charge me basically no matter what with their incredible radius, so what I should probably do is just shove the conscripts up there and use Primal Fury on them and let them get all of their attacks and just beat them with sure attrition. Okay, so apparently they're double stacked their chariots there. That was a bit silly. They're only defense 4, so I'm already going to be hitting them in 6s, and I have better skill, and yeah, so there's no reason not to just kill them with a monster. Careful, they don't go too far forward, because otherwise what will happen is they end up targeting you instead. So I think this is fine. I'm just going to back up a touch, because it means I can guarantee I get the chariot I want, which is that one. I don't think they can't legally charge me there, because you have to be able to draw a straight line from the centre of your unit to the centre of the unit you're charging. So, well, it would be the front actually, but even then still it goes straight through a unit there, so they're intercepting themselves. Over here. Now all of the slingers going to hit. Probably Maybe if I can kill one of these chariots without ever having to engage it in combat, that would be convenient. So that one. So turn after turn of pebbling it, maybe I can get it. Well, turn after turn. I mean, one more turn will do it. You're safe where you are because you're not going to get charged. Don't worry about their silly blocks at the back. It's going to take them forever to get into the battle. You get out of the way. I don't want you being charged by either. It's a waste. Just come stand up here. And you're still free just to get charged. Stay nice and far back because it buys you more time as these come inching towards us. So just go an inch forward because I want to make sure I'm the primary target. But otherwise we should be fine. So this should be a win, this should be a win, and this should be a win with my reroll and stats and stuff. Good, I got what I wanted there, and you can kill this one. The real problem for me is how do I deal with these colossal bricks? I can beat their kind of alpha strike without too much difficulty. Don't care about that. This is going to die, and then we're going to go straight into the next unit. Well, I'm optimistically presuming. They're coming to menace me. I can pebble you. They're using Wild Form on himself. He's not particularly potent anyway, even with that. They have reached me, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Well, ideally, if this is dead, I can then put you here into their flank and do some nice damage. So let's just test it. Can I do enough to kill this unit this turn? I'd really love it to be short range, but I don't know if I can get away with that. I'll just get you out of the way to start. I'll put you in a position where at least you can definitely flank, in case I need them to. So, there's still enough space to squeeze them there, so we're not hard up for choices. That's irrelevant for now. We'll go as close as I can to that unit for short range. Yes, we got there. 2 wounds, please. Oh, surely. Got it. We did 4. Good, you're out the way. That means I can get something into your side, thereby ensuring that I don't take a flank into the alphas. We'll grant Primal Fury to the conscripts because they're going to need it. None of these matter for now. I do hope you win on the flanks here. I take 2 hits, 1 wound, that's not particularly good. Takes 3 wounds, so we win. And it runs. Good start. Over here, they get no hits at all because of Putrid Stench. I get 5 and do 3 wounds. Take 1 damage because of the power 7 chariot. They still lose and break. Over here the harpies are going to kill a fair few, but I should be able to do some nice damage back. 17 hits is pretty good. Doing what, 11 wounds? Yeah, take that. It's a good combo. We're still stuck with them, that's surprising. But I think if I use Primal Fury on this again, I should just beat them. You flank this, and you're going to take the other chariot. Nothing to do over here. That's not too concerning. I'm just going to start pushing through when I could flank the Mongol pack immediately with one of these units. Over here I'll use Curse Standard now, so +1 attack, extra attacks for all my halberdiers. And there's no point in using Deadly Strike, so who do I want to use Primal Fury? I could use it on myself, but realistically with Left Claw in this unit already, they should be able to break that in 1 turn. So I think I'd be better off helping the conscripts out because I don't want them to lose this fight. I really need the harpies gone. I have 2 units left. I'm waiting to see if they rally because then I have to engage them with something. Slingers just start chewing through these Mongol packs. Yep, 30 more turns, well 29 more turns and we'll be done. So that one's already rallied, so good to know. I'll just do this immediately. Finish that off. They have also rallied. I can't reach that with anything quite yet. You're going to start coming this way. That side's obviously well catered to, less so here. There's 3 more rats. We deal. We barely win even with. So yeah, Primal Fury wasn't a bad choice given we only just won anyway. Chariot hits twice, dealing 2 wounds, ouch. Takes 4, so that's a win. They keep surviving with just a couple of wounds, which is going to make this kind of annoying for me. Left claw hits all 6 times, but they have an amazing save and gets 1 kill. That's unfortunate. Decent halberdier unit does some good damage. And take none back, that's really good. Have you finished that one off? They've got so many ranks that the discipline allows them that they're basically guaranteed to rally. I'm gonna have you do this because then I think I can just about combo charge into that. So I can kill all of their annoying woundeds. Well, it'd be really convenient if I could shoot them, but I don't think I can get there. Do I want you taking any more fights? No, you're basically spent at this point. That's already rallied, so we have to do something about it. That'll do. They stay on the field though, which is good for distracting purposes. It's going to wild form. So the chariot can't fight, but the character can. Here, deadly strike, no point. Or they come. Or I could probably flank the Mongol pack now with one of these. Yep, piece of cake. And we'll start killing. Annoyingly, they're defense 5, so shooting at those is really not an effective move when you consider that. It's just going to keep bouncing off of them, so it's long range, but you'd probably be better off hitting these warriors instead. You would have done no damage to either unit and then just stand there. They rally, so that's something you're going to have to deal with. They also rally, they keep rallying everything. Why do I also rally? Bunch of easy wins, that's dead. If you did that last time, we wouldn't have to chase after it. You just break these so they run off the field and then you didn't do very well. Okay, just good enough. Just keep charging them until they go away. You can wrap around. You do no damage. And are dead because we benefit from the charge. And I can go straight into the back of that one like I was hoping to. Left splitter. Walking up the left flank of the battlefield, eating everything in its way. You can flank the Mongol pack because otherwise they're going to be a bit difficult to deal with. Those harpies are going to make a nuisance of themselves somehow. By going basically the wrong way. I'd have to stop them with something, otherwise you're going to end up getting recharged. Hopefully the slingers can shoot them. Making your way around. You're after the slingers, which I don't particularly care about. Again, deadly strike on left bringer here isn't going to help us. That doesn't matter either. You're also irrelevant. So just these two units. So they might hold here. So what I'll do to lend a hand is get you up there to flank them if they're still in position. And then here, you're obviously going to get away. And then while you do, yeah. So I'm gonna twist around here. So kind of drive by, take a pellet at these harpies. It's unlikely you'll kill them. Maybe you get lucky. There's one harpy left. Oh, there's a harpy with 1 wound. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's going to hit you in the back, and well, the character I think could fight backwards, so maybe I can kill them anyway. The monstrosity has successfully killed all the chariots. 4 more from left claw. Left claw being more effective than the entirety of his accompanying unit. That's that one beaten. No damage from left bringer though. Not quite living up to his. It's a draw. You did that badly. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to need that flank now quite quickly. There's nothing else I particularly want to do. No. This harpy's going to kill itself, so don't worry about that. I'm more worried about... We'll probably lose this, given enough turns. Just keep shooting things. Wait for them to move to see where they wind up first. Is that short range? Not yet. Maybe I can inch into short range and then run away. I can. Just me now. So this is a solved problem. You can probably get around here and start getting back into the... Oh, hang on. Is this unit too large to fit through this? Oh, that's not good at all. I think I'm physically too large to squeeze through here. I can't go that way. That's not a problem I've encountered before. The alphas physically cannot squeeze through that gap. Alright, we're going the long way. Sorry, alphas, I've mucked that up. And the monstrosity. I mean, you could have them race down here and maybe help out with this. If I get them in there and win and break them, then I can shatter the whole unit. This will be charged something. As long as it's not you, I can flee any other unit. Left bringer does much better this time, as does the accompanying unit. Oh yeah, this is going much more our way. And by a bunch. Okay, now they break. Left claw, yeah, it kills it on its own. His own rather. I lose the one that I now need to heal. Way to go, Harpy. Charges. I could charge this in the back. I'm going to wait to see what happens with the larger units though. I make a terrible decision and choose to ignore me. Fine, I'm not going to stop you. Skill 3, defense 5. I could put you into the back there. Discipline 8 with 3 ranks. It will be 2 after the fight. They'll probably hold in combat. They're kind of... Or maybe I'll just ignore that unit is the plan. You can hit that one in the back. They rally, so you have to. Well, I've already taken all the damage. I'm going to heal this one to full anyway, so what I could do to make sure it breaks is hit them with both of these. You can start navigating your way down here, which is really means I'd actually rather you just get out of the way of the alphas, because the alphas have a chance of actually getting to that this turn. Not quite. Close. No cigar. Next turn. And you continue your rat-based strategy. I can't turn it. Well, I could just get it volley off on these, I suppose, if I wanted to. Not liable to achieve a whole lot, given the whole 2+ save. There you go, we managed it. Very difficult for an Act 2 elite. This is not necessarily a super optimized army, but we'll find a way. Oh good, they turned around just to be annoying about it. Okay, can somebody get around these now? Yes, I can. So if I get one on this side and one on this side, they'll eventually be forced to make a choice and I can flank them. There you go. Choose your evil. You can very, very slowly chip away at the Ibex warriors. Over here, we do no damage with... Really, it's just the monstrosity that's going to do it for us. Takes another wound. I think I heal enough, that's not going to matter. Not yet, I'm curious to see if they run. Engage the left slings. You've chosen that unit, don't care, you were going to have to choose one. At this point we will then put you into there. Well, you want the back, wouldn't you, so let's see if we can get a bit better. That rock is actually going to scupper us. Is that majority rear? I think so. They rally, fine, we'll do something about that as well. Everything else is okay. Routing this turn, so if it is a rear charge, I'll take it. Yeah, why not? Makes no difference, they can't hit me, so I'm just being spiteful. Just to prove I would win given enough time. I think I've passed the threshold now. Skip the rest. Yeah, you can use Warcry or whatever. The only fight that could in theory happen is... Oh, I could have used Deadly Strike to help the duel. There is no duel, you can't reach the unit. I think they've changed that. I think the duels only happen if they're engaging directly now. I don't recall how many hit points you get back on a monstrosity when you heal. Is it at least 3? I'm hoping so. Can't see. Let's have a look. Well, I get oh, that's unfortunate. +1 wound means there's basically no way I can get up to 7. I get the... Oh, it's only 2. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to... No, I'm not. When the next battle happens, I get 1 for free at the end of that one as well, so I don't actually have to waste time getting another heal. So otherwise, it's heals on everything except this unit. So just do that and then press the heal button a bunch. There you go. It's a very healthy army, I'll give it that much. We're not hard up for the amount of strength, but we've finally got maxed out our alphas. Unfortunately, the 5 is a bit inconvenient because once you get to these super heavy infantry are limited to 4 across, and the one at the back isn't really helping. But I'm going to be stuck with him the entire campaign. Oh well. Okay. I think we'll do one more. So let's have a look through this fight as well. Against the Abyssal Raiders, so chaos. Good, there's small numbers of units, which is what we need, because I can outposition them and get beneficial rear charges where I don't take damage, which has become the key imperative of the entire campaign. My fodder units are going to effectively distract them. So this, and this are the kind of ones that can actually fight things, and then you can shoot. You two are really just there to draw charges. Let's try and use them in that fashion. Maybe if I had you on that side, that would be better. Yeah, because you're too tucked in there. It's a bit annoying. So there's a big unit of Abyssal Knights I don't want to fight. The dogs I can easily beat with something else. Can I slinger the dog? Not for a bit. I'm just going to activate you first and have you... Do I need any more strength on this side? No, I'm going to have you prioritise this direction. Interesting. Again, so I could... If I put you over here... Trying to game this out, I could put you there, have them charge, fail to catch me, flee, and then they'll be there and they can be very easily flanked by the monstrosity. What if I go even further? What if I kind of draw them... Trying to get past that radius there. No, I don't think that's good enough. That's definitely good enough. I'm not going to get charged this turn, but it might be easier to do it next turn. You're going to charge something again. I could probably lure you into the Ratkin conscripts, thereby allowing me to easily charge them with the alphas next turn. Make sure I'm in the front though, because I don't want both of them being able to declare a charge on me. I think that will do. It depends who... What's liable to end up happening is they'll declare against you and they'll declare against the conscripts, and I've got nothing to stop them with. Yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen. I guess I could flee with the slingers instead. Can't kill all the hounds, but I can do some damage. By that I mean 1. That doesn't matter. You can't... Are you fast enough even if I wanted to? No, they've got too much movement, so just stay there. And you're going to wait to draw this some unit out of position. As your halberds are very useful against the Abyssal Armoured warriors here. You're going to charge that one, interesting. Well, that's really good news for me. Because then you can flee, and then I can just mop this up pretty easily. Thank you, that's the best possible option. Yeah, you're not going to take that one either. That's a free rear charge. Guess I could have you turn around for a second and kill this. I'll try rallying some things now. They rally so I can flee again. I can't because I've actually got too much movement, but in theory I could. Oh, they've positioned in a really... Okay, I'm going to have to move up here and then flee and then get them, draw them out. You rallied as well, very good. Okay, how do I want to do this? Well, one of them is easy to contend with. I can just put you into the back of either unit, but which that would actually be a side. So I think you're probably the priority chariot because this is easier to deal with. How on earth am I going to handle this really ugly mess now? Shame I didn't get... Because I'd love to put you into the side of that unit. I need someone to help me with the dogs first. Like so. That's the dogs dealt with and you'll be dealt with, so this side's clear. And I could start shifting things over there. You're gonna get charged no matter what, so just flee this turn. Make sure you're in a position to do so. obviously they'll target you, but just in case they don't, I'm going to have you inch backwards. And then inch, and then turn back this way to get in a better position. And I can't possibly be the target now. So fleet. That's those ones dealt with. And hounds. Lefted. Good, that's a trigger. So it all comes down. I knew I was going to get them out of position, but it really comes down to where these wind up. And what I can pull off. That's not going to matter. You don't have enough attack. Well, you now have 6 attacks, so they could in theory kill an alpha, but it's somewhat unlikely. By rallying, we do because of our ranks. Very good. They've moved out of the way. That's convenient. So you're going to move this way, but probably not far enough to stop me from rear charging the knights, which is what I really wanted. I appreciate it. So I'm going to have you start. Nothing really else to do, but impotently chip away at Abyssal Warriors. Yeah. So they have defense 5, so they'd already have a 2-up save because they're 3 better defense than my power 2 slingers. And then just to rub it in extra hard, they have Abyssal Armor, so +1 to damage save. So whatever the damage save would be, improve it by 1 again. Fortunately for me, you can't improve a 2+ to a 1+ and be invincible. You always fail on at least a 1. But in theory, that's what would happen. You're going to come over here and rear charge. Your compliance is appreciated. Here, I want to save my things because I'm going to really need them when I deal with these. So, Primal Fury. Maybe I'll use Primal Fury once just so I kill that quickly. It's going to be pretty tough at defense. It's really just the hit rolls I want to guarantee I get the rerolls. I'll conserve your other spells for one of those though. And over here, start getting out of the way. Eventually I can draw them out of position. 4 hits, I could lose an alpha. No, I take 1 wound. And then I get my 4s to hit, re-rolling. Dead, very good. Over here, left claw kills almost all of them, and they're finished yet. No need to use any combat stats there. We usually use 1, which is tragic. Intercept those for me. Before they come, you can easily get to them this turn, but I think I can do even better. If I sacrifice one of these units and have them charge and flee, I like to put something into their back. Hey, it could even be this one, but no, it's got to be those. They're strong enough to actually do something about it. So what I'll do is I'll have you be the fleeing unit, because you're kind of the least valuable, to be honest. So stand right about there. Forward you come. Oh, that's not good. If we get stuck here, you're going to get hit in the back and killed really hard. Right, there's nothing I can do to actually reach that to save it, so the only way... No, I can't even flee. I was about to plan a great flee maneuver, but I can't pull it off. There's nothing I can do to save that out, the monstrosity from being recharged. Even if I break them and get them to go away, I can't escape. So you're going to take a lot of damage. Sorry. You start navigating your way over here. Get behind those later. In fact, you don't need to be that far. Be closer to this angle in that case. Actually, do this first because I want to probably... Well, they're going to get hit in the back and killed anyway, so just ignore that. Come over here and start shooting these. For all the good it will do us. And then here, preemptively get in a position to recharge those. I could use this now or save it when I fight the warriors. I think with the Curse Standard and left claw going nuts, I think I can break them. The problem is I really want the knights gone, so... Primal Fury doesn't help me for rerolling hits, of course, because I'm already rerolling, but it does make me power 6, up to 7 on the charge because of claws, and then up to 8 because of Primal Fury, which means I'm 3 or more over their defense, so it goes down to 6+. They'll improve it back to 5+ with their annoying saves, but this is the one turn where I could break them and get them off the field, so I'm going all in on eliminating the knights while I have the chance to do so. You start wiggling your way over here. 4s but re-rolling, 4 of 6, and then there'll be 5s. It didn't make any difference, but it was worth a try. We got them, excellent. But they frustratingly stay on the field, so I'm going to have to get something back there to hit them. You're going to flee to set up a perfect charge here. You are out of luck. Oh, if I charge that, well, I could have in theory saved the monstrosity by sending them in, but it's kind of 6 and 2 3s, honestly. But some unit is going to get absolutely mulched by those warriors. They run, free rear charge. They probably rally because they're frustratingly high discipline, yeah. So I'm going to have to put you into their back. You into their back. Otherwise, nothing to... Well, you couldn't... I suppose you could get a shot into the Abyssal Knights to make your way over here. Because that monstrosity is not long for this world. And you rush over there to help with that later. Don't you hurt my monstrosity. Although with a reroll... Okay, so they don't do too well. They get a 3-up save. They do no damage. So this is what I keep... My mind regarding these Abyssal Warriors is that I'm still remembering the old version that had 2 attacks each and were absolute blenders. They're now a super durable kind of frontline melee unit with defense 5 Abyssal armor, but they only have 1 attack each. So their actual combat output has gone down massively to the point where they're not that intimidating. Yeah, okay, so use Curse Landing now, you're going to need it. No point in using Deadly Strike, but I mean, I could save it for that. You absolutely have a point in using Deadly Strike though, you're up against 2 wound creatures. You rush. Can I get to the back arc? That's obviously the front. I don't think there's anywhere I could position to get to the back, so we'll just take the side charge. There's nothing for you to do, everyone is stuck in combat, so just stand there. Okay, this is the one turn where you want to break them. 7 hits, goes down to 3 again. Take 1 wound this turn. I do 2, so I win. As long as I don't take... I heal 1 for free and then I can get 2 back on a heal, which will put me at full. Unfortunately, left bringer fails to do any damage, so there you go, my ability was... So yeah, him failing to squeeze a single wounded means we're now going to probably lose. Left claw also fails to do any damage because they have a high number of attacks but no real power, so they're bouncing off these highly armoured units. The halberdiers, however, with their higher power and anti-armour halberdier weapons are having a great time. It's an invert. Normally I'm super reliant on the chieftains, but no, I'm actually grateful for the presence of the unit itself this turn. But yeah, nothing to do. We'll win now, it's just a question of how much damage we take for the victory. Do another wound to my poor alphas. They're still there, okay. This gives you more chance. Oh, I took too much damage on the monstrosity blast. Oh, now you do a wound where it only counts as 1, so you lose massively. Cursed Abyssal Warriors just being immovable blocks. Another wound on the monstrosity, so we have to spend a bunch of time healing them again. There you go, now you do a load. And away they go. Here, another wound from left bringer, another wound from left claw. I didn't use left claw's fancy upgrade this time, that was a mistake. Which allowed that 1 to survive on a wound. Not that it mattered. So this is happening pretty consistently. We get just close to the end, and then right at the last moment they manage to squeeze in some damage to really hurt me, but we get a load of levels out of it. So the legionary's leveled and get even... Stop getting looter, I can't use it. I'm forced to heal 1 every time. The chieftain gets a skill, that's nice of the potential things we could get. And the conscript's leveled and get... Ooh, finally get some of the kooky stuff. So random mutation. No way to know in advance what it does, so let's just give it a go and cross fingers it's a decent one. Tunneling claws, ambush deployment. Okay, they get to deploy forward. There were better ones. Replenishment, if I take a load of casualties I guess that's worth it. The alpha's leveled. Stop getting unit size, I can't benefit from it. You're costing me gold. And I have to heal, I have to heal, I have to heal. And you can take a little bit of gold. And I think we'll finally stop it there. What a 6-strong unit of Ratkin alphas. Shock Legion, there you go. I think it's finally time I address that. So it would be easy if we could spell the left legion. Left claw, left bringer. I won't name the city. Well, if they do anything impressive, I'll rename them in as a reward, but we'll leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. This run is, I'm going to suspect as we get to the boss in this latter half, it's going to get really interesting because this is the weakest army I've ever had at this stage in the game. It's quite apparent, so I'm going to have to see whether or not I can actually fight my way through this. I hope so. So do tune in. If you have any ideas for future SOVL runs that are maybe somewhat more wacky like this, do let me know. I'm happy to take feedback on board, or if you just want to chat with me and others down in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.